me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin the Believer.
Is this summer ever gonna end?
Don't you dare. I'm still enjoying mine.
Oh my gosh. How? How are you still enjoying
You
it?
you have to suffer for the first few years,
Oh my
and then I can be like, "Leave me alone,
gosh.
children."
Yes, I'm still in the needy
Yeah,
phase.
you're in the worst part of it.
Oh my
And
gosh.
when my kids were little like
Mhm,
that, I
mhm.
wasn't a teacher.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep, I did this to myself for sure.
Yeah, I
Um,
had but see, you got all the child-free summers
that's true for
leading up.
many
I've never had a
years.
child-free summer. At
It was
some point
Oh, what I would give to go back to those summers. They were not I didn't even know what I had
it's
when I
like
had it.
10 years away from me, but at some point, there'll be no kids in my house.
You'll be so old walking with a
I
cane.
will not. I'll be 48.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'll be fine. That'll be fine. Well, even what makes it even needier is that poor Miles, I've got 2 gingers in my house, and so, sunscreen is applied constantly and all the time, but when mom is not home. So I left my kids for a with their dad, but I left my kids for the day with for an adult pool party. Haven't been wanting to one of those in forever.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm real jealous.
It really
I mean,
was.
I kind of thought Beth and I were friends too, but whatever. It's fine. Just
You
kidding.
have to give her some grief about that. But I enjoyed myself thoroughly. And then I come home to very sunburnt children.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, he did apply sunscreen, but he didn't make them wear their like shirts.
Yeah.
So that was it. I was like, yeah, they're still redheaded, fair children. They
Yeah.
cannot be out in the sun all day long, no matter how much sunscreen you apply. They have to wear head to toe clothing.
Yeah.
So
Swim clothing, but
yes, like the swim clothing for sure. But even if he's just outside riding his bike, I make him wear that long sleeve and it's
right.
hot, but I'm like, sorry, dude. You're gonna be outside. That's what you gotta do. Well, long story short, it was also his birthday. He was in such misery.
Well, it was the day before his birthday. You didn't leave him on his birthday.
Oh yeah, that would make me a really bad mom.
You're welcome.
That's so true. Thank you for catching that. Yeah, the next day when he was in the most pain was his birthday, and his little shoulders, like they are all, I mean, they're just blistered, like one
Oh.
huge blister on his right shoulder. It's awful. And he's just in so much pain. But he had a slumber party, his very first. He's never had a slumber party before. I mean, it was a sleepover. It was one extra kid because it's me. I'm not going to go crazy and have
Right?
like 10 boys come over. I'm like, you can have one special friend.
And you
So
picked the sweetest one who
Oh
goes to
my
our school.
gosh, I sure did, I sure did, and,
I mean, not that that's not your son. The next sweetest
no,
little boy.
I know my kids. Don't worry, I know my children through and through. So anyway, he comes over. There's a point to this story, but he comes over and spends the night, and I'm like, "Buddy, are you sure you want him to spend the night? Because you're in a lot of pain, and maybe we just wait until a different night." He's like, "No," I mean, his heart's set on it, so I'm like, "Okay." So right before bed, I tell this little boy, I'm like warning them they're sleeping on the couch. And I said, hey, listen, just to let you know, the 3-year-old in the house likes to throw massive tantrums in the middle of the night. I'm not talking night terrors. Like that would be normal. This is like she dreams about not getting her way and then is pissed off and is screaming, it's mine,
You
or I go first.
you just need to give my sweet baby niece more her way all the time so she
Oh,
quits dreaming about it.
please, that child. Anyway, I swear, Erin, the other night I almost like got her out of bed to put her in timeout. And I thought, this is not normal. This is not how parenting works. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this moment, but putting you in timeout at 2 o'clock in the morning is not it. So what I did not warn him, because at this point, Miles has I've given him some Tylenol. Actually, you supplied me. It's so nice. So convenient living across. I'm like, girl, we're out of Tylenol. I need some Tylenol. Anyway, got some Tylenol in the system. Everything's going good. His mind is not on the sunburn, so he's actually having a blast with his little buddy, and it's going great. So I kind of forgot about the sunburn. Well, he slept on that vinyl couch,
Oh,
and in the
no.
middle of the night,
Oh my gosh, ouch.
well, let me say this: in the middle of the night, she starts throwing a tantrum. I get up to scold her. I'm like, I don't know what I know. I'm very patient, but I'm still like, at one point, I'm just
Yeah,
firm.
in the
I'm
middle of
like,
the night. Who's patient in the middle of
oh
the night?
my gosh, I try so hard. I'm like, just be the gentle parent. Like gentle parenting makes me so stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, it might be good for
Yeah.
them, but
Right.
it sucks for to be the one. So I'm trying to be like, baby, it's okay, and like validate her feelings. I understand, and then I'm like, I don't understand this. At some point, I'm like, if you keep it up, I'm still very gentle voice, but like, I'm gonna shut the door. But anyway, finally get her calmed down. And I go to lay down, and James is awake too, because it was a bad enough tantrum that it woke him up too. That's rare,
Wow.
but it did. It woke him up. I mean, she's like kicking and screaming, and it's horrible. So I'm thinking that poor kid, but I did warn him. I said if she starts doing that, just know I hear her too, and I'm going in there to, try to get her to calm down and be quiet.
And this was his very first sleepover too, right?
Yes, yes,
Not
it
to
was.
mention when you picked him up and got here, the
Oh, it was like
tornado sirens were going off.
yeah, he was not phased at all. I picked the right kid, let me tell you. And he was great. He was an awesome champ. Yeah, that did not phase him at all. He like jumps out. He's like, "Cool, there's a storm." I'm like, "I love this kid." So anyway, so I got finally lay back down, and I'm just like, take a deep breath, and then I hear the scariest sound
Oh my gosh.
in the world:
Oh my gosh.
fast whispering.
Oh. Ew, ew, ew. That's horrible.
Yeah, and I am laying there like, "What the fuck? Is she, like, slipping into some demonic
Oh,
thing after
no.
this big tantrum she just had?" And James sits up, he's like, "Oh my gosh." And then I'm thinking, "What child did we invite into this home?"
Thought I liked him.
I know, I'm like, he's like the good son, like, he acts so
Oh,
nice, but then I'm
no.
like, "Is he demonic? Why is he making this weird?" I've never none of my children have ever done this.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm thinking it must be the other kid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I'm like scared of this kid that I've never met. Like I've met him a couple times, but I'm like, I've never had him sleep in my house. What if he does some weird shit in his sleep? And she forgot to tell me, the mom forgot to tell me. So I look at Jay, I wanted to be like, you go, dude. Like,
Yeah,
I
your
just took
turn.
care of the tantrum. But I thought, no, I don't know how he'll handle it. So I'm like, okay, I'll get up. I mean, it was a whole thought process of like, and
Oh
it kept
gosh.
going. It's like, and it's loud.
Okay.
So I get up, and it's poor Miles, who is like confused. He doesn't understand what's happening. His
Oh.
little burnt shoulder had like some of the blisters had popped, and it like
Oh.
fused to the couch.
Oh.
I know. So
That
then
is
he's
so
like,
gross.
but he's still asleep, but
Oh.
he's like so confused. And I don't know if he just had somewhere within him to know not to scream in the middle of the night because his friend was there, what, but he was trying to be so quiet, but he just keeps whispering, "Mom, it hurts, Mom, it hurts, Mom, it hurts," over and over and over again.
Ew, that is like in a scary movie.
Oh, it was. It was
Mom, it hurts.
so
Mom, it
creepy.
hurts.
Like I walked up first
Oh!
and I looked at her, and trust me, I'm terrified of this 3-year-old. Like I slowly creeped in and looked at her like, holy shit, what are we going through now? And it wasn't her. And I'm like, I don't think it's her. And then I turned, and the first kid I looked at was the new kid.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I look at him like, oh, he's sound asleep. And then I look over at Miles, and I'm like, oh no, what is going on? I've known this one the longest, and he has never done this before. Oh, the
Oh.
poor guy. And then it was just horrible because then once he woke up and realized what's going on,
Oh.
he's panicked. And I'm like, then I felt like the horrible mother. I don't know if you've seen, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but the version of Candy on HBO, the one where she murders.
Oh, I haven't watched the new one.
Okay, well, in the new one, it goes into great detail about when she was a little girl. She was having she hurt herself and had to go to the emergency room,
Mhm.
and her mom just kept shushing her. Like
Oh,
everybody's looking, shh, like
yeah.
shushing her while she was in so much pain,
Oh my
and it caused this
gosh.
traumatic thing. But now I'm doing this to Miles because I'm like, you are terrifying your friend who's
And
never had,
us.
and yeah, everybody in the house, but he's in so much pain. But I'm like, baby, you've got it. Just try to be quiet. Don't wake up your friend. And so, oh, it was just horrible. I had to pour
Oh.
cold water on it, which of course he screamed. I mean, but here's why I picked the best kid. That kid never flinched, never woke up once. The next day, I asked him about it, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I slept the whole day. I was like, you were literally like 2 feet away from him on the
Oh my
couch.
gosh.
Perfect kid. That kid can come over anytime. Not afraid of anything. Does not whisper.
Just swap. You
My kid.
get this one,
Oh,
send your kids over
I
there.
will reach out to that mom.
Swap for Macy James. Yeah, they don't have a little one,
Yes,
but like
yes.
she's cute.
Everybody thinks she's adorable.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
adorable.
yeah.
And then I'll be like, and no trade backs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, it was terrifying, but that whisper, I mean, it took us a while to get back down from that. Like,
Yeah.
I finally got him taken care of finally. I mean, it was forever, but I lay back down thinking James was asleep, and he just goes, "Well, that was terrifying." I'm like, "I know that
Oh, that's
whisper.
horrible.
No, thank you. Let's not do that anymore."
Yeah. Well, I have a creepy room update and I can't explain it away. And it was just as
Oh,
creepy.
okay. Whispering.
Laughing.
Oh, girl, did
Megan,
you
it's
use
getting
the
worse.
wrong rosemary?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
What happened?
It was
Tell
very
tell me all
scary.
about it.
It was very brief it was so brief that I was like, "Oh my gosh, that was really scary, but please remember it because what the hell just
All right,
happened?"
what happened?
So, I was getting out of the shower.
Oh, nobody wants laughing when that
No, no. I was covered. I was in a robe or something. So Kevin was asleep. It was like on the weekend and he was sleeping later.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to be real quiet, but as somebody who has been married to somebody who works night shift for 16
Mhm.
years, I'm very good at moving around in the dark.
Right.
I know where my closet is. I get in.
Mhm.
Well,
It's a
anyways,
skill.
so I walk into my closet and I have one headphone in. So I will
Okay.
give you that.
Okay.
And
And listening to.
some podcast or a book. It
Mm.
wasn't music. It was
Okay.
somebody talking. I don't remember if I was listening to a book or a podcast, but I heard like a kind of a faint like that, and I was like, what was that?"
Mm.
So I'm like, "Oh, it's in my podcast." So or my whatever, it's in my headphone. I take my headphone out, and I
Okay.
can still hear it, but now louder, in the closet with me in the dark.
Oh.
And right when I did that, Kevin said something. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, he's awake." And I said, "What is that noise?" And he goes, "What noise?" And I stuck my head out of the closet. There's
Mhm.
nothing. I stuck my head back in the closet. I heard it again. It was like really, really quiet,
What?
hysterical laughing.
Aaron.
And I said, "I'm going to turn on the light, okay?" And he was like, "Okay." And I flipped the light on and it was silent and there was no more laughing. What the hell was that, Megan? What was that?
Your brain.
Shut up. What was that? Remember how I said it feels like there's something, like I hear it right there, right where my closet is? F
Oh.
you and my air conditioner. It's right there.
We
It's my
gotta get up in
closet.
there. We gotta get up in that
I don't
attic
even did we
space.
oh, we did rosemary a little bit in there, but you were like, "Kevin's
Mhm.
clothes are gonna stink," so I didn't do it long.
All right, we'll cook a whole chicken in your closet if we need to.
It was so scary.
Oh my gosh, what a creepy
I didn't even
story.
tell Kevin because I knew he'd be too afraid.
Yeah, that's so
It
creepy.
was really scary.
It is really scary.
It went away as soon as the light turned on. It was gone. No more
Yeah,
noise.
that's what makes me think it's your brain.
What? It was not like oh, it was an audible. I could hear it. It was not inside my head. It was outside of my head.
I just don't I'm like explain to me how your new edition is haunted.
Okay, I will. You ready?
Okay.
I just thought of this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I've looked up before on that diedinhouse.com,
Mhm.
and nobody's ever died in this house.
Okay, but they died right in the backyard.
No, I've talked to a medium before.
Uh-huh. Okay, you're I really thought we were gonna go with like facts, but this is great. Okay,
It
a
is.
medium.
I
Okay,
factually talked to a medium.
okay,
You
okay,
watch
okay.
your mouth. You watch it.
And what? I see it. Okay, I
I
don't see it. That's a lie. I cannot see
I
my mouth.
talked to a medium and I said, "I feel like there's a little boy in my house." And
Mm-hmm.
she said, and I didn't mention that sometimes it feels like an old man, but this one always feels nice. Old man, little
Mm-hmm.
boy usually feel good. I'm not scared of them.
Okay.
And she was like, I think I've said this on the podcast
Yeah.
before. It's one person who used to work on the land before it was a house. And
Mm.
he lived his whole life here. He died an old man, but you are maternal enough, which again, I'm like, well, that's the only unbelievable part. But anyways, you are maternal enough that he presents himself sometimes to you as a little kid. And that's why you feel like it's a little boy. I think his name is Tony. We've
Hmm.
gone through all this.
Okay.
We said, call me Anthony
Yep. Yep.
sometimes.
Yep.
We
No.
like him.
No. This is where. Okay. You have more to say.
I have more.
Okay. Go ahead.
Now, our new addition is further back
Okay.
on the land
Okay.
that I never spent the night in. I never spent lots of time there. It was this little crummy deck before we tore that deck down and moved it,
Mhm.
maybe that part of the land was somebody else's house or somebody else working that part of the land, and they worked that land,
Hmm.
and that one is a little freak.
I just have that's just like opens up so many doors for how ghosts work for me.
Listen, it's once been said
Oh. That
that
everywhere you
everywhere you
go,
stand,
someone
somebody
has
died
died.
there.
Now that is a fact. That right there is a fact.
Okay.
However, my what opens the door for me is that that spirits have the ability to present themselves in different time periods. Like, I guess in my mind, here's the thing. If I'm going to open the door to the idea that spirits even exist, I guess,
Yeah.
well, let's just let it go. Let's go wherever we like with this creativity. But that's bizarre to me. I guess I always just thought like the day you died would be the day that you would then present yourself as that ghost.
Nope. I've heard several stories where the ghosts will go back to the age they liked most.
Well, I would love to have that luxury. That'd be great.
For sure.
I would definitely pick about 26. I was like in my prime. I was looking good. Things are going great. But whatever. That's where I go. Ghost. I'm gonna tell my future self as a ghost. Go back to that time. But anyway, yeah, that and then also like you're so specific about that piece of land. So I'm like, okay, so there was no wandering. There was no like if your house is built in this square footage, you just barely missed the ghost that worked on that land out there, but he would not step into your house.
Well, there's another theory
Okay. Tell me them all, please.
that spirits can't move where they didn't have the mobility before. So if they didn't walk, that's why like you'll sometimes see, you won't, but other people will see a ghost like walk through a wall. That's because before the reconstruction, there wasn't a wall there. So they used to walk down that hallway. So they like walk the same path that they did in their
Mm,
human life.
mm.
Kind of like, what do we call that? What do we call?
Residual.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm so impressed.
No,
Kind of
thank
like
you.
a residual energy. But this that I can't really prove that because that laugh was freaky and sounded
Well,
evil.
what were they doing over and over again that made them laugh so
I
hard?
don't
Like maybe
know. It was
maybe you had like a
awful.
little comedy
Ugh.
club back there. Maybe one time it was like a comedy club. You just heard some audience
An
like,
evil comedy club where they like made fun of animals or
oh.
something awful.
Well, maybe they just picked the prime time of when they were the funniest in their life, and they're like, this, I was making people fucking laugh
I'm just
at
telling
this
you,
age.
I love laughing. I can hear a laugh from anywhere and it will make me laugh. I love a good laugh.
This did not make you want to
This
laugh.
did not make me wanna laugh. It made me want to hide under the covers and turn on every light
Ooh, that's so creepy,
and
Erin.
leave. It made me wanna leave the room. It
Wow,
was
your new
horrible.
room.
I know, we gotta fix it, guys. We have to. If I tried to tell Kevin we're switching back,
Could you
he would
imagine? We're gonna
leave
make
me.
Sophie live in live in her nice
Oh
suite.
my gosh.
Uh,
Oh boy. So anyways, there's my horrifying update for you.
wow, that's pretty creepy. I mean, I just still think it was something in your imagination. I think being in the dark in a place that you think is haunted, in this newer place that you think is haunted, has really kind of messed with your brain a little bit.
I just feel like I was not in that headspace. It was the
Mm-hmm.
day. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't scared at
Yeah, but
all.
it's pitch black.
Kevin was in there. I'm not afraid of the dark.
Okay, so this is me even as a skeptic. You want to hear what got me scared the other night? That stupid thing that I think it was Angie that posted it on. It was like a gin. Are those a thing? Gin
Yeah, that is something.
or a Jin. It's
Okay.
not like the drink. I know that.
You're not afraid of those.
No, I'm not. I love a good gin and tonic. Hey, put a little gin in your Bloody Mary. That's
Ooh.
the
Oh
trick.
yeah, that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
trick.
Okay. Anyway, back to this. She posted something that was like I don't know, it was like a TikTok, I guess, but it said when a gin imitates a human. Did you see this?
Was it the
Up the stairs. It was like running up this. It was a person, but
No, I
with like
missed
the
this.
creepiest eyes.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
I mean, it could totally have been done. Like if I were to have watched that during one of our TikToks, I would have laughed and would have been whatever. You know when I don't find things funny? Right after my kid has had a demonic tantrum and I'm like trying to calm myself down. I'm like, which is why I should not then turn to my phone. Like just just go to bed, do meditation, do something. But instead, like everybody else, I turned to my phone and the first thing I opened it up to is that.
Oh,
And I was like,
no.
oh, hell no. And I put it right down and then I laid there like heart racing, like, what if that thing comes through my door right now?
Oh,
And
man.
that's what I'm telling you. The human brain is so powerful because I knew I call them thought attacks sometimes.
Oh, I
If
like
you're
that.
like your brain is like taking over and you start to panic, I literally say, okay, quit thought attack, stop. And I
Yes.
shut it down.
And in that moment, you were already on edge. You were already afraid. I wasn't any of those things.
Yeah, but you're in the pitch black.
I'm telling you, that means nothing to me.
Okay.
Nothing at all. Especially, like, I am a scaredy cat by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody else is there with me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Hmm.
And Kevin is right there. He's like 10 feet away. I'm not afraid. Kevin's right there.
Yeah.
There was no ounce of like, ooh, it's kind of creepy. I do that every day in the
Right.
summer. He
Right.
sleeps every day. He works nights. I go in that closet every day. I get ready.
Yeah.
Doesn't freak me out.
Okay. Okay. Well.
But it does now.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet that you need a little. Oh, you need one of those like, little push lights that you can get from like the 80s.
Oh yeah, that grandma gave me
Yeah.
for Christmas one year.
Yeah. And then I used for headlights when I was deer in headlights
Yep.
for Halloween one year.
Oh man,
Classic.
grandma used to give the weirdest and best presents.
My favorite that she ever gave you was country line dancing.
Oh yeah,
when you were like what? 15?
It was like a 4-tape.
Yeah, it was
Four
a
cassette tape.
Yes, it was a VHS.
VHS.
No, you could
yeah,
watch it.
VHS. That's what I mean.
It was a VHS,
But like 4 of them. It was
yeah,
huge.
and you were like a teenager, so it was like this must be what teenagers like. They want to get down some country line dancing.
Yeah, the trick is Grandma Rosie would just watch the late TV.
Yeah,
and be like,
she got me
I'll get that.
an egg timer when I was 16 years old. Because that's what every 16-year-old wants is an egg timer.
Gosh, I miss that woman so much.
Too. She was the best.
Okay, so I am going to read a story from somebody who, again, wants to remain anonymous.
I love it.
This is a new anonymous, not the same anonymous as last week.
Right, love it.
This is a story you found and asked permission to read, and they granted it. So here we go.
Thank you so much, Anonymous.
Yes. So last night, my older brother went to the grocery like we all take turns doing on Monday. And of course, the hunting dogs, seeing one of their persons leaving, begin to bark and howl for a few minutes. Everything seemed like a normal night. Well, about 2 hours go by, and my brother comes in the house, out of breath, and tells me to come outside quickly. There's something in the woods. My first thoughts were deer spooked him, no big deal. But just in case, I grab a knife and head out the back door. When I come outside, the first thing I notice is the hunting dogs all cowering tails between their legs.
That's not typical of a hunting dog.
Right? And whining right up against the big doghouse we built for them.
Oh, no.
The second thing I notice is they are all staring directly at the woods behind the doghouse.
Oh, shit.
And the final thing I noticed was there was no noise in the area. No neighbors' dogs barking, no crickets, no nocturnal bird species, completely silent.
Oh my gosh.
I look at my brother and tell him anything not frozen or needing refrigeration can wait. Grab anything else and get inside the house and lock the doors until I say otherwise.
And bring those dogs in.
I know. I also love that it's this person's older brother.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got
taking
it.
charge. Yeah.
He's probably a middle. I'm just saying, like, I hate to say it, but it's probably the middle.
We take charge when we have to.
Otherwise, I'm going to secure the dogs. So leave everything that can be left, and then I'm going to secure the dogs. We're going in.
Yeah.
While in the pens with the dogs, they are directly at my hips on either side, walking wherever I went, never leaving my side.
Oh, no.
This is their training. They know I'm going to protect them, so they stay close.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just their instinct.
Yeah, I know. I like it. It's like you protect me, I protect you.
We're a pack.
Together.
We're staying together, tight formation.
Something really weird is out there,
Right.
and
shit's about to go down. Let's stay together.
We're together. One by one, I lock them in the doghouse and tell them it's going to be okay. They are good dogs.
Oh.
When that was finished, I did not turn my back to the woods until I was at the gate to the pen. When I turned back to face the woods, I could see maybe 10 feet behind the tree line 2 glowing red objects. Of course, glowing because the porch light was causing a reflection. Okay, so the porch light is causing a light, and now these green orbs are reflecting back.
Red, green. It
Did I
said red.
say green? I meant red. I don't know why I said green.
Where were the green orbs coming from?
These red orbs are reflecting that light back at them.
Okay.
I immediately realized that they are eyes of some kind of predator.
Oh, shit.
I yelled real loud and made lots of noise to attempt to scare it away. Even bears normally will turn tail and run in the presence of loud noises.
I feel like this person knows. I
Yeah,
mean, they got
they
hunting
seem
dogs.
well prepared.
They grab their knife. Like, they
They're like,
are
it's
ready.
probably a deer, but I got this anyways. Grab a knife.
Yeah, that's never my response.
No.
I'm like, I got this. I mean, even if I think it is something I need, I'm like, I should have brought a weapon.
But the eyes stay almost completely still. It wasn't until my dad and his diesel truck pulled up into the drive that the red objects disappeared and I could hear leaves cracking and branches breaking in the wood line.
Ooh.
And I wish my camera caught the next part. My dad came out of his truck and in his thick country accent asked, "What the hell is that?" I look back at the woods and a small blinking white light comes
What?
out of the ground and floats to the top of the tree line directly above where I had seen the red eyes and
What?
just disappears.
Wait, say that again.
Okay. So their dad says, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, I'm definitely hearing it. I'm hearing the what the hell is that?
Right? He looks over, he sees right where the eyes had been
Okay.
a white flashing light come out of the ground
Out of the ground.
and lift up above the tree line. What is that?
What is that?
I don't know. They both
Okay.
saw it. Okay. I tell him about the hunting dogs and the red eyes, and he immediately said, "We can look around in the woods in the morning. For now, the dogs are safe and we need to get
Mm-hmm.
inside."
I love these men. They're not like your typical, well, we got to go out there and find out what it is.
Right.
No, you don't. You get your butts in.
That's
You'll
right.
stay safe and you'll check it out in the morning.
That's right. Whatever was in the woods is too dangerous to mess with at night.
Oh, they didn't find anything in the morning?
They didn't, there's no update.
Oh, Anonymous. I'm going to send you a link to this when this episode is out. You've got to like DM me.
Yeah.
Slide into that DM. Listen, that's not dirty. Anonymous. You just have to go back and listen to some of our other episodes. I make a very crude joke about sliding into DMs because I didn't know what it meant. Anyway, I'm not trying to hit on you. That got awkward. I'm just saying, DM me and tell me, was anything seen the next morning in that ground? Or like with the leaves like cracking and stuff?
Yeah.
Could you see something had been there?
Yeah, like how big, how high were the red objects, like the red
Yes,
eyes?
so many questions.
Oh, it's
Wh-
horrible. Ooh, it gave
What
me cold
was it,
chills.
Aaron?
I don't know. What in the
Alien? Are we
world?
thinking alien? What do you think, Anonymous? Gosh, I wish you were here. Again, I'm not hitting on you, but I have so many questions.
When I first read it,
Although that thick country accent kind of was like, oh, your dad has that. I bet you do too. Go. I'm kidding, Anonymous. Go
and
on.
are you just assuming it's a man? We didn't actually say.
I mean, I looked at the profile picture. I'm thinking so,
So
but maybe not. And I don't. Again, I really don't care these days. I'm just kidding. Okay, go ahead.
When I first read it, I was thinking some kind of alien.
Yeah.
But then, and I know you hate this theory, but the theory that like Bigfoot can kind of like go in and out of worlds. Like I've heard this theory and it's a
You
little
lose
silly to
me
me,
there.
but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that was them like whoop, like quantum leaping out into a different timeline.
Wow. Now that would be pretty wild. I mean,
Oh, for all of our people under 40, I don't know why I know about it. I'm almost 40.
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap was a great show.
Oh yeah, I think we've talked about it on here. If
yeah.
you've never seen it, you definitely need to go watch that.
Yeah,
Binge
I
watch
haven't
that
seen
show.
it in 15 some
Yeah.
odd years, so I don't know if it holds up. No,
Oh, I'm
longer than
sure
15.
it's horrible.
Yeah.
We watched Kindergarten Cop tonight, and I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that did not hold up as well as I thought it would.
Yeah.
But still.
Even the part where it's like, our
Um,
mom says our dad's a real sex machine.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I'll leave you alone now. I don't know why I know that movie so well.
Oh, I like could as soon as we were watching, I was like, oh, I could repeat this whole thing. And then I realized I was watching with my 6-year-old. I was like, well, this is funny. So I just talk real loud, like the twins say that, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so he was like, look at them. I was like, I know they are twins. Can you believe they're twins the whole time they're saying that? Worked like a charm.
Perfect.
But anyway, yeah, back to this insane story. Quantum leaping, some sort of like being that time traveler
I don't know.
got into its time machine. What was the light?
I don't know.
Was it an alien? Was it a UFO?
It came from the ground
From
up.
the ground. That's what's
weird.
so strange.
Yeah, because if it was like from the tree line,
hovering, you'd be like, oh,
even
that's a
down,
UFO.
you'd be like, oh, okay, it's, like,
But this is like it like stepped into it. But like, how big of a light are we talking? Are we talking just
blinking.
like a small blinking light? Was it like the spaceship was on the ground and it got into its spaceship and then up?
Ooh, I don't know. For some reason,
Mm,
I don't think I don't think of them as having red eyes, but I don't know
yeah,
why I wouldn't think that.
I don't know. I've never
I've
seen
never
one.
seen an alien, but to me,
Like
that's such a
black eyes. I
predator.
always think black eyes,
Yeah,
like incognito.
yeah, and
They're almost
predator.
smarter.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I don't know. I also don't know enough about hunting, but
Mm.
predators usually have the red reflective eyes, right? But then why do they have that? Why doesn't everybody's eye? What was that?
I believe it was your neighbor bringing in their garbage
Oh my
can.
gosh.
It definitely got you spooked.
Uh, like I understand eye placement on
Mm-hmm.
predators versus prey.
Yeah.
Like predators are straight, like
Mm-hmm.
front of their face.
Mm-hmm.
Prey is on the sides because they always have to look around. That makes
Mm-hmm.
sense to
Mm-hmm.
me. But why would their eye reflecting be different? But I think it is.
Oh, I don't know that it's different. I don't know. Listen, and we sound like idiots right now
Yeah, it's
talking in
true.
front of Anonymous over here who's like, I've been hunting my whole life. I could teach you all. I could school you all real quick on prey and predator.
I'm sure.
Um, I just always thought the reflective part was, almost like a that wouldn't make any sense. But like, so the cars won't hit you. But like, how do they know? Like, I'm sure their eyes have always been reflective even before cars, but
Yeah.
maybe not. Maybe it's evolved. I don't know. Now we're just sounding real dumb. Here's the point. Who the fuck knows what that is?
No, yeah, I gotta know.
That is
Has
a
anybody else
mystery.
seen something like that?
Yeah, this is the first time I have ever heard a story like that,
Yeah.
where there was something there. You could hear rustling going around. And instead of it being something organic, it like all of a sudden it doesn't feel organic. It seems
Yeah.
more
Mechanical.
mechanical.
Yeah.
AI? Was it something like
Oof.
that?
I don't know.
Ooh, that's a
Ugh,
whole nother world. That's even
scary,
scarier than Bigfoot.
creepy. Yeah, for sure.
Who am I kidding? I don't think Bigfoot's scary. I'd walk right up to him like,
I know.
I would die at the hands of Bigfoot. I really would. Not because I want to, but because I would be like, this is my moment
Yeah. Yeah.
to go talk to him.
Yeah, I don't want to die at the hint, but I would
Yeah.
be willing to risk it, I
Well, you
think.
definitely would because you would just drop into fetal position.
I would.
Unless Bigfoot is like super compassionate. It's like, oh my gosh, that was the cutest
He'd
thing.
probably be like, "Oh, girl, get
Yeah,
up."
I won't hurt you. Like most people try to shoot me. You just dropped and
I know.
rocked.
I really just think Harry and the
Oh,
Hendersons
I
destroyed
know.
me
That's
because
got to be what he's like,
I'm
right?
just like, "Oh, he's so sweet.
He's so cute.
And
He
he's
would
got all
take
that
care of us,
family at the
and
end."
he would love the dog,
I
the family
know.
dog.
Oh
Oh,
my
it's the.
gosh.
I
That
need to watch
movie.
that movie with my kids.
Yeah,
That's
that
a great movie.
movie is the best.
Yes, I don't know how it holds up either,
No,
but
we went on a
it's surely
real
it's
Harry
classic.
and the Henderson a couple years ago. We went on a kick with that,
Okay.
and I feel like I was still okay with it.
Okay, good, good, good.
Oh, I always hate saying that, like,
I
on air because 'cause
know.
I'm like, "What if I just forgot a whole bunch?" I'm sure it's got jokes where I'm like, "Oh, we don't joke like that," but
Yeah.
I loved Harry and the Henderson.
Ah,
He
it
was
was
just
the
so sweet.
best. Well, yeah, his little face, his
I
like
know.
confused little face. I can picture right now.
I know. I can't see the actor who plays him and think of him as anything but
Oh,
that.
never. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Oh, that's
Okay.
great. All right.
Anyways,
Well, Anonymous, we don't have an answer for you.
no.
That is a total mystery and a good
Yeah.
one.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
I hate it for you. I love it for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Any follow ups you can give us, Anonymous, we will definitely come back on here because I'm sure a lot of people have other questions as well. And join our Facebook page, My Skeptical Sister. I know you want to be kept anonymous, but if you'd like to answer some questions, really just communicate through me.
I
It'll be
like that
fine.
you announced it as if they weren't like in order to hear that they would have had to find our podcast
Listen,
and click
anybody
on it.
anybody out there who hasn't joined us, doesn't know how you stumbled upon this, you're like, what am I even listening to? It's called My Skeptical Sister. Okay. All right. Tonight is the night of anonymouses.
Okay. What's
Hippopotamus anonymouses.
okay? How do you pluralize that word?
The anonymi.
There's our title.
Yeah, right. No
Sounds
idea.
like the
I like how you
Illuminati or
ask me
something.
questions like that. Like I would know. I have no fucking idea. I was like, meese, mice, moose. Like 2 weeks ago. Okay, here we go. So this again is from Anonymous, and it's a good one. Once I was pet slash house sitting for my friend while she was out of town visiting various national parks around the US.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It sounds so fun. And also, side note, because, it's us, I just listened to like an NPR the other day of this grandson who took his like 86-year-old grandmother to all of the national parks
Oh,
in the
wow.
United States. And
Oh,
it was the sweetest story. I was in tears by the end of it because they had been like, they had had like a big family falling out.
yeah.
And then the pandemic, he was like the grandson was like, I really hope she doesn't pass away during the pandemic.
Oh,
But he reached out to her after the pandemic, and he knew that that was something they kind of always had in common.
oh,
But at first, he just asked her to go to one, and she did so good at one that he was like, you know what, we should just start going to a bunch of them. And then they made it like their goal,
oh,
and they just finished it.
oh, and then she died.
Nope, she's still alive.
Okay.
It would be sweeter if she had.
Yeah, right. A little bit. It would have really capped off
Would
that
have
story.
really been like, and then she passed away. But they on the last one, on the last day,
Oh.
nope, she's still kicking. She's doing great. But now what are they gonna do?
He's like,
Right?
and we're back to our feud.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
and now we don't talk again. Okay. Anyway, where was I? Okay. She lived in a quadplex?
Quadruplex.
It just says quadplex. Quadplex.
A quadplex. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Sounds so weird.
Yeah. Well,
A quadplex. Okay.
it's for ducks.
But four people live in this
Four
home?
ducks live.
Four. Stop. Okay. She lived in a quadplex, originally a house built in the 1940s. On a stormy night,
Oh, so it's a house that's been broken up into 4 parts.
well, yeah, I knew that part, but I didn't know if it was called a quadplex.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Quadplex just sounded weird
I
to
just
me.
needed more context, and now I got it.
Okay, well, I had that part.
Well, I didn't.
Okay, well, I'm glad we both have it now. On a stormy night, the electricity in the neighborhood went out around 3:40 a.m. Out of comfort, I moved from the bed to the couch and messaged my friend George to see if his neighborhood had lost power. So you're in a home.
I got really distracted and I didn't
I
listen to
thought
that
you
at all.
did.
Can
I
you
could
say it
I
again?
could feel you did.
I'm so
It's like we have one
sorry.
brain. I was like, I don't think she heard any of that.
I didn't say it again.
But you got the 1940s, right? It's a
Yeah,
quadplex.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. On a stormy night, the electricity in the neighborhood went out around 3:40 a.m.
Okay.
Out of comfort, I moved from the bed to the couch and messaged my friend George to see if his neighborhood had lost power.
Okay.
So it's like, hey,
Yeah. Why was the couch more comfortable?
well, I think it's just like I need to be in a central location.
Okay.
Kind of like I need to know my whereabouts.
Yeah.
You're in a place that it's not
Yeah.
your bed.
Sure. No, I
It's
get
like
that.
maybe I need to get closer to the exit if I need to, or
Yeah.
why is the power out?
Okay. For some reason, when I'm picturing this, which is weird because my couch isn't like that, I'm picturing the couch like with space behind it. I'm like, and at least in a bed, you're like, there's a wall behind you.
Oh yeah, that might not be the case. Might be just like
I know.
yours.
I don't know why that was my
That's
thought. So I
weird.
thought, oh, I'd rather be in a bed.
Not if you're in a more secure living room.
Okay, I'm sorry.
After settling down on the couch, I heard what sounded like two 12-year-old girls giggling in the kitchen.
No, no.
I know. When you were telling your story, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
For a moment, I thought maybe they had walked into the wrong apartment and questioned if I had locked the door. So
Oh.
that's how much
Oh my gosh.
this laughter is happening,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's like they're in the next room,
Wow.
in the kitchen.
Okay. That's horrible.
Okay. Whew. Rather than getting up to check, I stayed put on the couch,
Yeah, smart.
clenching my phone underneath my pillow.
Uh-huh.
I heard footsteps slowly migrating from her kitchen throughout the apartment. Now, mind you, you're not in your own home. This is not your home.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, this is so scary.
I contemplated on calling the police until I felt the couch depressing next to my feet.
No. No.
I froze in terror, not knowing what to make of it.
Oh my gosh.
All of a sudden, I felt an immense amount of pressure on my back,
Oh.
as if someone was sitting on me.
Oh my gosh.
I remember praying that it would stop.
Is she still hearing them laugh?
Ooh, I don't know about
Okay,
that part.
it's more than one.
Mm-hmm.
It's 12-year-old girls, which are arguably the scariest age for
Oh,
girls.
they're
They're
terrifying.
awful.
Absolutely, they're horrible.
It's
Horrible.
so bad. Trust me.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I sounded like Jennifer Coolidge right there.
You really did.
I want a hot dog real bad.
You're gonna make me pee my pants. Oh my gosh, you really, because you know you could do that so good. You do a great Jennifer Coolidge impression. I'm telling you, every time you do an impression,
I knew I wasn't trying to.
you're so good at it. And it's always
No. Whew.
so amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm so scared right now.
Yeah, you definitely also killed the mood.
Hmm.
Okay. And now I do kind of want a hot dog. Okay, hold on. All right, now you're gonna hate this next line.
Oh, great. Was it a cat?
No. You're not gonna
Okay.
you're not gonna hate it that bad.
Okay.
I don't remember falling asleep.
Oh, no.
But I do remember waking up when the sun was peeking through the windows. I called my friend immediately and she acted nonchalant about the incident, laughing out loud.
Oh, lovely.
LOL. But admitted to seeing a presence in her house before, particularly a man sitting at her dining room table from her peripheral vision. I asked if I could sage her home, which she reluctantly agreed to.
Oh.
I think it's hilarious. It's reluctantly.
She's like, well, you
Fine.
didn't see that man.
Yeah, but I'm like, hey, you want me to house it? You need me? Yeah. Sorry, I just got your joke. It's like, yeah, I don't want him to stick around. But yeah, I would be like, if you want me to stay here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something
Right.
before I stay another night. 2 years later, I'm telling one of my coworkers this story, and he looked at the land lot of the house. It turns out the owner of the home died in the late 90s before one of his sons inherited the property and converted it into this quadplex.
Oh man, I really thought you were gonna be like these two little girls.
Yeah, I don't know where the girls came from, but it was a man that maybe that's who's sitting at the dining room table that passed away in the house.
Oh, that is really scary. I don't hate the falling asleep line so much because it almost feels like they didn't have any control over it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, and so I decided to close my eyes as tight as I could and fall asleep.
Yeah, it's just
It was
like it happened.
somebody was on my back. I was terrified, and suddenly I was waking up.
Yeah, which makes me think it was.
Are you gonna say sleep paralysis?
Absolutely.
No, because they could move before that.
Yeah, until they couldn't. And so I think maybe they were like dreaming that whole time, dreaming the laughter, and then the sleep paralysis hit.
They were texting their friend. Weren't they in the middle of texting?
They texted that at first. It didn't say like, and then suddenly it was like, I was texting my friend to see if they, like to make sure. And then the next paragraph said, I was sitting on the couch when I heard. I feel like maybe they fell asleep on the couch.
Oh my gosh, that is so scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying. But I think it was a dream and mixed with a little bit of sleep paralysis in there.
Oh, I don't know, but I am loving these terrifying stories.
I am too. They're so
2 weeks in a row of like, shut your face.
Yeah,
too
I'm
scary.
gonna let y'all in on our little hustle. Here's what I've been doing. I've been going out there and finding the creepiest stories. And for errands, I just read the first line. I'm like, oh, that'll do. And then I directly ask them, like, hey, do I have permission?
Yeah, for sure. And we've got a couple still in our inbox. So
yeah, we do. But here's the glory
we're gonna
of
get
that.
to those too.
They've already written it out. It's already out there on Reddit. So they don't. So they're like, oh god, I gotta sit down and type out the story for you. And that's what we get a lot of times. Like, I have a great story. Don't know when I'll get around to messaging it to you.
Right.
But so this is like, you've already done the work. Just give me a yes.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Right.
And so yeah. So that's how we've been doing it. So it's been working out really good.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, I think we're ready for your fan favorite.
Oh man. Okay. We moved past that one real fast, but I thought that was so creepy.
Yeah. We haven't debunked it yet, other than sleep paralysis.
No, I think I did debunk it. I just think it's so creepy.
It's so scary. I think that's why I wanted to run past it, because I was too afraid.
Okay.
Yeah, just having. Okay, the things that make it scary really are the fact that it was more than one thing. You're like outnumbered.
Yeah.
And then they're like aware of you. Yeah. Because at first you're like, oh, they accidentally walked in here.
But now they're here.
And then they're walking around.
Or are they? Because they like went to go sit on the couch and like, oh, this is weird. The couch doesn't normally feel like
so
this.
lumpy. That would be a 12-year-old girl like, oh my gosh, this couch is so lumpy.
Yes, that would be a 12-year-old girl.
Like all the eye rolls.
Yes, so pissed.
Oh my gosh, the amount of eye rolls. The
at
amount
the
of
fact that they sat on you.
exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh. We took our kids to not the coolest museum, but the amount of like
I thought it was
disdain
great.
I felt rolling off of my oldest.
Oh yeah, you could feel
I
it.
was like, honey, you're
Yeah.
annoyed when you're
Here's the
bored.
thing. Here's
You're
the thing.
annoyed when I take you somewhere.
It's the culture pass.
Oh
What
my
are you
lord.
looking for? It's all
Uh,
free. It's all free, baby.
if I
It
had
ain't
the
gonna
money,
be
we'd be at
astounding.
the beach.
Right.
We don't. We're poor.
You're gonna have to just love the culture pass. It loves you. You love it. But
Yeah.
it's poor. It's for poor people. That's what we are, and we
We
don't mind it.
take you to the coolest little diner in the whole world.
Oh
She
yeah.
complained, well, that lady just was standing right there watching me, so I felt like I had to like it. I'm like, it's a diner. It was as big as a minivan. It
Oh,
was so
that's
tiny.
so funny. It was the best. What was the name of that little diner?
Ladytron, and it was fantastic.
Ladytron. If you're
And it
in New
wasn't like
Albany,
the person was just staring at you. We were all engaging.
no,
Well,
it was just at the we were
at the
talking back and
diner.
forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little tiny little diner, but she's back there cooking and back
Yeah.
there taking your orders and also like interacting.
Yeah.
Oh, our kids. God
So
love them.
mean. My kids are so
Yeah,
mean.
yours. Mine got great hearts. Now
Yeah,
they
I know.
could be they could be
Penelope loved it so much she wants to go back for her birthday.
it was great. Yes, I'll go back with her for her birthday
Okay.
for sure. It was
Get ready on Saturday.
I
I'll
will.
pick you up at 6.
I will go. I'm telling you what, it was the best food. I've not had food like good. Like it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ladytron in New Albany. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready for this week's fan favorite?
Yes, I'm ready.
And I would like to go ahead and thank this person to begin with because I was a little hesitant because I did not know how to pronounce their name,
Yeah.
and they hooked me up. So this person's name is Carody. They
Oh,
said, also, my name is pronounced like parody, but with a C.
perfect.
Carody. Yes, and what a cute name,
Yeah,
Carody.
that is cute.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, Instagram. I always go to Facebook. I'm like, there's a lot of people that we are not like they don't do the Facebook, they do the gram, they do the
Yeah.
Insta, the whatever.
Yeah, you've been
So
on a real gram kick
I
lately.
have been. I'm like, let me go here and like, be equal over that way. So I've gone over there and like looked through some stuff and I noticed that Carity has liked a lot of our stuff and reached out to us to tell us specifically that they enjoy listening to our podcast.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes. So I asked them to be our fan favorite, and they said, I'm honored. You know why? Because people love this segment.
Did they say that part or did you add that part?
No, but they said, I'm honored with an
Okay.
exclamation point.
Yeah, me too. I'm
And then
so glad.
thank you with an exclamation point. You're welcome, Carity. I was just catching up on you guys today and like with
Aw.
a little heart eyes. Yes, and also I'm like, I'll go way back and start making people fan favorites. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that one podcast. I'll go back and listen.
There you go.
They say this is an easy one. I'd like to plug Veterans Community Project. They started in Kansas City but are moving nationwide and working to end veteran homelessness
Oh,
by
yeah.
providing tiny homes, and I love that,
Me
and
too.
access to resources so veterans can get back on their feet. They recently did a post highlighting how many homeless veterans are parents and sometimes can't have visitation with their kids while they are
Oh,
unhoused.
that's horrible.
Isn't that awful?
I feel like if you serve our country,
You should get a house.
yeah, yep, that's it.
Like bare minimum.
Yep.
Here's your home.
Here you
You don't
go.
have to pay for it for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Why is that not a thing?
Like, oh, maybe you want a bigger, better home you're going to work for. That's fine. We're still going to give you
But
this
this is your starter
stipend.
house. This is a little house.
Yeah, and we'll give
Yeah.
you this amount
Yeah.
to go towards your forever home.
Yes, exactly. You get enough to
Yeah.
create a home.
Ridiculous. That's not already a thing.
Gosh, our country. Okay. It's a really amazing program and led by Jason Kander, a former politician who dropped out of the race to focus on working on his PTSD and has also worked to bring people to the U.S. from Afghanistan. Wow,
Wow.
that's amazing.
It is.
I have some stories for you too, but they'll be anonymous.
Oh my goodness,
It really
it's a
is
theme.
tonight. Hey, we will take them for sure. Also, my name is pronounced like parody, but with a C. Carody.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Carody. Thank you for all of your support, and that is a wonderful charity to highlight. I mean, golly, that is just something we need to bring attention to.
Yeah.
Unhoused people in general, but of course, our veterans. Like,
Right.
come on, that's just a given.
Right.
That's just ridiculous that that even happens. So, absolutely, we will be honored to donate and to bring attention to that.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for our submitters of stories who let us read these
Yes,
really spooky
anonymous friends out there.
stories.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love these stories that freak me out. I don't know why, because
Mhm.
my room freaks me out, but here we are. I love it.
It's because I'm sitting here next to you
Yeah,
to
I know.
protect you.
I will not love this tonight when I'm trying to sleep and I hear laughter.
Hmm.
But that's okay. Worth it.
But remember, that's from your brain because you heard these stories tonight.
Sure. Okay. I hadn't heard those the other
Thought,
day, but okay, we're moving on.
thought attacks. Tell yourself that's a thought attack. Shut it down.
Yeah. Okay. I'll call you. You can come tell me it's a
Yep.
thought attack.
There you go.
Anyways, also, if you all would like to learn anything about our podcast, you can go to myskepticalsister.com where you can contact us directly there. You can, oh, speaking of P.O. Box.
Oh, yep. We got something
Almost
to open.
forgot. It's been killing me.
Okay.
Our wonderful Rochelle.
Our wonderful Rochelle. She's just all ours.
Yeah, that's right. She sent a message the other day that said, check your P.O. box on Monday. So I did. And then the P.O. box, first of all, it says International Tract.
Oh, where you sent this from, Rochelle?
Right? It says return address is in the United Kingdom. So I was like, well,
Oh,
that's
no,
not
wait.
Rochelle.
Rochelle did travel here recently.
Uh-huh.
Do you think from afar she sent us something?
I don't know, but I
You
think
just broke your nail.
no, I didn't. My nail's just so darn sharp right now. I'm impressed by my it's like a weapon.
You're so weird.
I'm like Wolverine. Okay. Oh, there are two. We each get one.
What is this?
Alternative jewelry and accessories.
Oh my gosh, so this looks like fun.
It looks
And
like Beetlejuice.
That's exactly what I thought. Shop online.
Something for you both. I hope you love them. Love, Rochelle, the prodigal sister.
Oh my gosh. We tease about that because she was in the Patreon, or she is in the Patreon, but
Yeah.
she missed movie night for so long.
That's right. She's finally back.
Oh, this is fancy.
Yeah. It's fancy. It's got a sweet little satin bag.
Does this thing glow?
It's so cute.
Oh.
It's a tiny little ghost in a jar.
Oh, it's so cute.
It is precious.
Oh my gosh, these are so cute.
Oh, Rochelle, you're so sweet.
Yes, we'll definitely take a picture of this.
It looks like they came from a little place called atlieracrid.co.uk. Well, that is so cute. I love it. Thank you so much, Rochelle. That's so sweet to think of us when you're all the way.
Well, that
in the United Kingdom.
or Rochelle just found this on their website and sent it directly to us.
That's true. That could have happened. Very cute. I love it.
Probably more likely than somebody being on vacation. You know who I need to send something to?
Oh.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm wearing mine right now. That's how much I love you.
Well, fine. I'll put mine on right now too.
Show off. Take a picture. Thank you so much, Rochelle.
Yes, we love it. We also love getting things in our P.O. box from anybody. So if you need that information, go to myskepticalsister.com in the contact spot. It says our P.O. box there. You can also write in your story directly there. You can also find out about our merch. You can find out about any live events that we hope to have coming soon.
Yep.
You can find out about how to become a Patreon. It'll take you right to the Patreon link where you can do $3 a month, which gives you bonus content weekly. It also gives you a magnet, a sticker, and then the $5 a month gives you all that plus our movie night once a month, the third Thursday of every month. So, Millie, I'm talking to you, girl. Put that on your calendar. This last month, she was like, daggone it. I'm like, it's always the third Thursday.
Always the third.
So, so join us there, and we have a lot of fun. And let me see. You can rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Please do that. It really does help us out a lot. Plus, it really boosts our ego because we need it. Or you could write us in directly at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. Tell your friends, tell your family, have them write in their spooky story.
Please, we need them.
Quit telling us you have them. Send them in.
Yeah. People love to say, yeah, I've got a million stories. Yeah. Great. We need material.
That's right. All right. And thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you next week.
We've had a long day, so quickly climb the wooden hills.
Is that an Appalachian goodbye?
No, I should say it in a British accent. It's, because this is from the UK. We've had a long day.
Okay. It sounds like you have marbles in your mouth.
Quickly climb the wooden hills.
The wooden? The wooden?
Essex, baby. Look, what do you think they're trying to sell me there? What the hell is that thing?
It's an ashtray for your vagina, obviously.
Exactly what that looks like on that weird website. Anyway, it's a British slang that means it's
No,
time
it's
for
not.
bed.
No,
It,
it's
it,
not. I
it
don't
does.
care. I don't care.
Listen, the phrase climb the wooden hill is often used with put the kids to bed. The British slang is peculiar, so the usage of the phrase has declined over the years.
You think?
But it still was that. Or I could just say hit the hay. But that's something we'd say. Hit the sack. Oh, kip down. How about that one? Kip down.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Good night.
La 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 la.
Like we all take turns. And yeah, let me start over. I'm going to read this with no mistakes.
Hey, do it.
Okay. So here we go. This is my perfect read.
Okay. No mistakes and no burps. We got this.
So last night, my older brother went to the grocery. Like we all.
I couldn't help.
How rude.
That'd be so funny in the bloopers. Okay.
Oh, man. So last night, my older brothers went. Damn it, Megan. I read it. I read it fine.
It was such a big sister thing to do. I'm so sorry. From her peripheral I hate those two words together. But admitted to seeing a presence in her house.
I'm sorry.
Every
I'm sorry.
fucking time
didn't
you try
get
to
it.
kill that gnat, it scares the shit out of me.
Okay, sorry.